Alright, so in this video I'm going to show you guys how to fix the screen display on an LG front load dryer. And what I'm talking about is this user interface board right here. And so you'll see that when you power it on, what can happen is the display right here that's supposed to show the numbers won't be displaying correctly, and it'll look like it's broken. And oftentimes people think that the control board has gone bad and they've actually go ahead and get rid of their machines. You'll notice that as you try to turn the knob, I know it's a little bit difficult to see here, you'll see the different times that are supposed to show up for each cycle. You can't actually see the time. And it's actually a really simple fix. So first thing we're going to do is power the machine off, and you want to disconnect. Okay. And then you'll come to the back here, and you grab a drill, and you've got 3 screws back here. You've got one right here, one here, and one right here that you will want to remove so that you can take the lid off. So, 1, 2, 3. Okay. And just set your screws off to the side here, and then you can actually, to remove the lid, you can either do it from the back. Now you'll want to pull the lid back towards you this way, or you can come around to the front of the machine, and you want to put your hands, one right here and then one on this side, and you want to just push it back like that. Okay, and then you can just take your lid right off. Okay, now that you've got the lid off, there's 2 different types of LG dryers, and one is going to be the one that has the container for the water for the steam cycles, and then the other one won't have this right here. So for this model, what we want to do is we want to take this water container out, and then you want to take this dispenser out, this drawer. So there's a little tab right here, and you just want to stick your finger up underneath the back side of it. Let's see if I can. And you want to pull up on it while you pull out. Okay. And then you just set that off to the side. Okay, and then get your drill again. Now, you've got a screw that holds the control panel right here. So, take that one off, and then you've got 2 screws right here. There is one right here and one right here. You want to take those off, and now you should be able to just take your hand and kind of get your fingers up underneath right here. There's these little tabs that hold it in place, and you should be able to just kind of work it back until it pops off like that. And then you can take all the wires that are coming from the board right here. They come out through here and they connect to the main PC. You'll just want to disconnect those. So you'll have this one right here, and then you got this red one right here. There's a little tab on the bottom of it. You just push in and pull out. And then this white one over here, same thing. Just get up underneath it, pull it out. Once you've got them all disconnected, your whole user interface board will come off. Okay, and then you just want to turn it upside down. You can put it on let's go over here, a different flat surface. Okay. And now to remove the user interface board, you've got 8 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4 on this, and then 1, 2, 3, and 4 on this one. And so you just want to take all 8 screws out real quick. Then this will just pull away. Now you can flip your user interface board over. And the reason that you're running into that issue where you can't see the display properly is really simple. It's just because this is a sticker. And this sticker is supposed to go right along the edges here. And when it does, the lights that shine through the holes in the sticker that allow you to see the correct display time. And over time what happens is they just slip. And they slip and then they're not lined up properly and you can't see the numbers. So all you have to do is pull this sticker off, and then you will want to just realign it. And if it doesn't go on right, you can always take it off and readjust it. Okay, make sure you got it all pressed down there. And see, now all the edges look like they're lined up. And then come back over here to your board and flip this back over, stick it inside, and then you're going to take the screws that you had and just screw everything back in. And you just grab your board, you'll pop it back on here, and you want to make sure that you feed your wires back through this hole. Just go ahead and reconnect all of your wires back in here, and then you can tuck these wires back in here so that they don't sag down and hit the drum. And then get your screws, and you want to go ahead and put your screws back in here. And your dispenser, just slide it in there, and to get it back in, a lot of times you do the same thing where you just kind of lift up on this and push in, and that'll pop in there. And then you take your water container and it just goes right up in there. And we've got one screw that goes back into holding the control panel in place. Go ahead and put our lid back on. Okay. And then our last screw. All right, and then when you're done, you just plug it back in, and when you come back to the front, press the power button, and now you got all your lights back. And you can see all the numbers exactly the way that they're supposed to be seen. And that does it for that one. So if you guys have any questions about anything that I did, feel free to leave a comment below and I will try to respond back as soon as I can. Thank you.